Guys, Arsenal have gone ahead to run rampant at the Turf Moor against Burnley. 5 Arsenal, 0 Burnley. I told you, don't say I didn't warn you. I told you that my prediction was 3-0, but I told you it would, of course, go rampant. And Arsenal, in the previous 2 games, they've gone ahead to score 11 goals. And ever since they returned from the winter break from Dubai, Arsenal have gone ahead to score 5 against Crystal Palace, 2 against Nottingham Forest, 3 against Liverpool, 6 against West Ham, and 5 against Burnley. When you add all those goals, they take you to a total of 22 goals scored in 5 games. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? Arsenal is the talk about town. If you hate them, you must love them by force. I went ahead to reinforce this, that all what you needed to do last season was this. Don't obviously see all your players, all your team really playing at its peak in the first half of the season. In the second half of the season, that's when you would love to see all your players just playing at their peak. But you just have to keep yourself in an eye's distance, in an eye's distance of the trophy. And this is what Arsenal is going to hit to do in the second spell of the season. 5 games played, they've gone ahead to win all those 5. 22 goals scored, 11 in 2 games. And by the way, let me see, 5 plus 3, that is 8, plus 2, that is 10. So 22 goals in 5 games. And right now, Arsenal leads the goal difference table. They're really having a goal difference of 36 goals. That is Arsenal for you. They've gone ahead to obviously score more goals. And trust me, even if Man City win later tonight without scoring very many goals against the side of Chelsea, they'll find themselves really in the 3rd position because Arsenal have been scoring for fun. And as we speak right now, the goal difference table, Arsenal has 36 goal difference. Liverpool has 35. Man City has 31. The only way Man City is going to keep their second spot after getting a win against Chelsea tonight, if at all they do, will be scoring 5 goals against the side of Chelsea. So that is it. But the man of town, the man that is going to hit obviously headline the news today has been Bukayo Saka again. Guys, in the last 6 games, Bukayo Saka is going to hit to score 7 goals. And everyone who says that I have a personal vendetta onto this guy should really clean up his ears. I've always told you, even when I'm really analyzing my team that I support, Man United, when a player does something good, I come out and really give him his flowers. When a player doesn't do what we expect him to do, I come out and slate him. Today, Bukayo Saka, as I did last time, he has been really magnificent. Sometimes all you need is to really get back to that scoring form. Consistency of Bukayo Saka is what we've gonna hate to be knowing a lot about him. In the last 6 games of Arsenal, Saka's gonna hate to score 7 and put up 1 assist. What a way for the man himself, Bukayo Saka, to obviously launch himself to obviously being one of the best left-footed right forwards in the world. Now he has taken his tally to 12 goals. I remember the beginning of the season, I told you that Saka is going to score 20 goals in the Premier League. And when you look at Bukayo Saka and the rate at which he's scoring goals, he's scoring it for fun. He has gone ahead, I think, now to go to 53 Arsenal Premier League goals. And I think he's the youngest player ever at Arsenal to obviously click that margin, because he has gone ahead to do it in a very, very sensational style. But when you look at how those goals went into, you have to be excited, because when it mattered most in the first half, as Arsenal dominated everything, Martin Odegaard in the 4th minute went ahead to capitalize onto that. It was like a cutback coming in from the byline from Martinelli, and Odegaard was at the, how do we call it? We call it the D, and he went ahead to obviously bar it into the back of the net to make it 1-0. And that assist came in through from and that assist came in through from Gabriel Martinelli. You know, having gone ahead to have a very silent game against West Ham, this time round has come up and obviously done the needful. He has gone ahead to score that well-wanted goal in there for you, and it gave him a very good goal in there for you. So Odegaard was on fire tonight with a goal and an assist. He's really one of those that has gone ahead to see it that he combines with Bukayo Saka a lot. Remember last season, the biggest combination we saw was between Bukayo Saka and Leandro Trossard. But this time it looks like Odegaard and Bukayo Saka really having a very good combination. Last game, we saw to it that Odegaard went ahead to obviously create a chance for Trossard and for Bukayo Saka, and today he has gone ahead to create one for the man himself. That is none other than Bukayo Saka, and then he went ahead to score the first goal for the side of Arsenal. So it's really very important to note that Saka, after 37 minutes, went ahead to convert a penalty after Leandro Trossard was brought down in the Tina's box area, and he converted that penalty to make it 2-1 for the club of, to make it 2-0 for the club of Arsenal. Then later, Saka had a chance to obviously make it 3-0, and went ahead to make it 3-0, and that assist came in through from Martin Odegaard. By the way, it was almost the same goal he scored against West Ham. The second goal he scored against West Ham, you know, it was almost in the same fashion. That is it. I think even in the other game, Bukayo Saka had a penalty. Yeah, he scored a penalty against West Ham, you know, and it was the second one, and he went ahead to score the fourth goal. Today, I was going ahead to score the third one. Odegaard released Bukayo Saka very well, and Saka really went ahead to obviously score in the same fashion. It's almost the same goal, but this time round, Bukayo Saka never went in for the far post. He went in for what we call, I think in the game of West Ham, Saka went in for the near post, you know, but it was the lower side. This time round, he has gone in for the roof, you know, for the top corner, and he has gone ahead to use his weak right foot to shoot into the back of the net. And it was sensational for Bukayo Saka, and we thought that maybe they could leave him on the field of play to see to it that he obviously fights for a hat-trick. But Arteta said, we are having a game on Wednesday, we need to reserve you, and he was taken off. Reece Nelson was obviously brought on. Now, after that, Leandro Trossard went ahead to make it 4. That was 19 minutes later. That was in the 66th minute to make it 4. And for Leandro Trossard, he's scoring for fun. Remember, he scored against Liverpool, he scored against West Ham, and he went ahead to score against a team called Burnley tonight. And I remember he also went ahead to score against a certain side. Let me see here. When Arsenal was really beating Crystal Palace, was he really on target? I think he was on target when they're beating Crystal Palace 5. I think Trossard went ahead to score into that game. Let me see. Yeah. So he has scored against Crystal Palace, and the only game he has not gone ahead to score into is that only game when Arsenal beat Nottingham Forest by 2-1. So Arsenal is really scoring for fun, and Leandro Trossard has gone ahead to take his tally in the Premier League to 7 goals and 1 assist. I told you this season, Trossard is going to hit the magic figure of 20 in all games. Remember, he has 2 goals in the Champions League, and he has 1 goal he scored in the FA Community Shield, meaning that he has 9 goals this season. With how many assists? Oh, he has already gone ahead. He has 10. So far, he has 10 goals, and he has only 10 games to go. He has 10 goals to go. When you look at the Premier League now, they've gone ahead to play 25 games, 13 games to go. I tell you, in the Champions League and the Premier League combined, he's not going to fail to score those goals because he's really on fire, and Arsenal are really giving him what he deserves. I told you that Arteta has to find a way of really getting this guy into his starting 11 because there is something different he offers. When you look at that penalty that Arsenal gets, he makes a run, you know, he makes a run that no one expects. And that run was read by a book and was released, and he took off the defender, and the defender went ahead to obviously bring him down because he had gone ahead to position himself in a position of either shooting at goal or really going in for a cutback. But it looks like he was preparing to put in a cutback to make it 2-0 for the club of Arsenal. But Trossard is the real deal. For everyone who really believes in a guy who knows football, Trossard is the real deal. And I've gonna hate to see a story that was put out by, is it Tim Sherwood, when he was saying that now Arsenal really very happy that they dodged the bullet of Bukayo Modric, but I don't really agree with him, and very soon I'm gonna come out and obviously do that story. Did Arsenal dodge the Bukayo Modric bullet? I'm gonna come and do that story here with you and see how you guys react to it, because I really think Bukayo Modric went to the wrong club. That is it. But if at all he came in through and really played for Arsenal, he would have gone ahead to make that side really look better. So I'm sorry, it's Arsenal's gonna hate to beat this side by 5-0, right? So I'm sorry to obviously say that Arsenal's gonna hate to beat this side by 6. It's not 6, it's 5. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, the viewers of this channel. It's all about Arsenal going ahead to obviously score. It's all about a W. So let's try to really rectify this and really make it right, because we've gone ahead to give you something wrong. The result is 5, not 6. The result is 5. Arsenal's gone ahead to obviously beat them 5-0. And the other goal coming through from Kai Havertz. Guys, I told you that you people are gonna eat your words. You know, sometimes people don't give these people what we call a benefit of doubt, but I'm this kind of person who always gives these people my benefit of doubt. And I went ahead to give Kai Havertz a benefit of doubt, and I told you this guy is gonna make it. And in the previous games, he has not been playing, he has not been really scoring goals, but his participations and efficiency has been good, especially for the game of Crystal Palace, then the game of Liverpool, the game of Crystal Palace, sorry, the game of Nottingham, the game of West Ham. He has been really up, and he has gone ahead to score his 5th goal of the season, and he now has 6 goals, you know, in the season at Arsenal, and that is good for him. I know he's gonna really hit the double figure mark. If he gets in 10 goals this season, that is Kai Havertz, I think would have gone ahead to obviously get Arsenal to where he deserves to be. And those are the 5 goals that went ahead to cross the line as Arsenal beat the side of Burnley by 5-0. When you look at Kai Havertz, sorry, had not even given you the tally of Martin Odegaard. Odegaard has been really on fire, 1 goal and 1 assist. As we speak right now, he's having 5 Premier League goals and 6 assists. All you want to do is to see to it that Odegaard gets back to the 15 goals scored last season and 15 assists in the Premier League. In the Champions League, he has 2 goals. In the AFL Cup, he has 1 goal. So that means his tally is up to 8 goals this season, and he just needs to obviously continue. And looks like he has gone ahead to find his boots back again. Remember what I told you, that he had already gone ahead to start shining before the end of the year of 2023, but the problem was he was not putting in assists and goals. But when you look at what Odegaard is doing in the previous games, you know, he's having 3 assists and a goal. That's what you would like from your number 10, looking out for your forwards very well. And the way he's reading the runs of Bukayo Saka like a book is really very, very good. And let's discuss Jakub Kiwior. Jakub Kiwior has gone ahead obviously put in an assist. If you watch the game of Nottingham Forest, the goal that Gabriel Jesus went ahead to score when Zinchenko went ahead to throw that ball for him, and he ran towards the byline and nutmegged the goalkeeper. That is Matt Turner, formerly at Arsenal, and he made it 1-0 for the club of Arsenal. You can easily relate it to the goal that Kai Havertz has gone ahead to score today. You know, Kai Havertz has gone ahead to come out and really tell that Arsenal really do these things during the training sessions, and that first throw has resulted into the 5th goal of Arsenal. Kai Havertz has gone ahead to get hold of that ball, and the throw-in was at the center line. Jakub Kiwior directed it to Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz went and really skipped past the defender and faced the goalkeeper. He used his weak foot, that is the right foot, and he made it 5-0. What a way for Kai Havertz to score that goal. And those 2 players were left on the field of play with Martinelli to at least get themselves a goal and really build their confidence, because this is the 2nd game in a row where Martinelli is not scoring. Yet he scored against Crystal Palace and he scored against Liverpool. But all you would want to see is that front 4 or 5 getting itself into the mode of really scoring goals, because Arsenal is having a midweek game in the Champions League and they need to see to it that they run rampant. For Burnley, I think all what they deserved was that. All what they deserved was that. There is nothing more they would have gone ahead to do into this game. Nothing more they would have gone ahead to do in this game, because I told you that people have come out and said Burnley is hard at his home ground. I told them, you people, if you know how Arsenal is on fire, no team can stop Arsenal right now. The only teams that can really give Arsenal headache is Manchester United, Man City, Chelsea, Liverpool, and Newcastle, or Tottenham Hotspur when they are playing at their home grounds. No team is going to go at Emirates and really get even a point. It's going to be hard for Arsenal to drop a point at the Emirates. But the only games I see that Arsenal might not really get maximum points is United away, Tottenham away, Manchester City away. Newcastle visiting Arsenal, Newcastle is going to be beaten. Chelsea is going to be beaten. You get? So, Aston Villa is going to be beaten at Emirates. They're not going to survive. Arsenal is on fire, and mind you, if at all you never knew, Arsenal are really having very many players injured. Gabriel Jesus, Thomas Partey, Tomiyasu, Zinchenko, Julian Timber, who else? They're really having like 6 players who are really injured and they're really out. So, how is Arsenal going to look when all the players return? Because there is a point X when all those players are going to be available. How are they going to look? Fabio Vieira is also returning, had even forgotten his name. Those are the 6 players that are really injured. Imagine how Arsenal is going to look when all its bench is really full. Sometimes you feel like it's a little bit of scaring, So, Arsenal is really charged to win this trophy. And trust me, they're going to put out a title challenge that most of you had not gone ahead to see. And I would like to obviously hail the mentality of Arsenal, because by the time they came into this game, Liverpool had gone ahead to obviously extend their lead back to... They had gone ahead to extend their lead back to... They had gone ahead to extend their lead back to... Their lead back to 5 points. And Arsenal came in through and really won that game of football. You obviously know that there is a little bit of pressure that comes with that. Not so? There is a little bit of pressure that comes with that, but this time around, Arsenal have gone ahead obviously coming through and really said, no way, we are obviously gonna come in through with a lot of energy and really do the needful and win it. Now, let's go to how this really went ahead to happen. And what are we talking about? The stats of the game, because most of you are really eagerly waiting to see how many touches, how many shots did Arsenal have at goal, and how clinical this side of Arsenal was. 8 shots by Burnley, Arsenal had 16. 0 shots on target by 0 shots on target by Burnley, and 7 shots on target by Arsenal. Now, this is what I told you, that every time you almost have half of the shots on target, the shots you have in the entire game, you really have a huge chance of winning this game of football. So that's what Arsenal gets you. That out of 16, the half of 16 is 8 by the averaged 7. That's not bad, and they've gone ahead to keep a clean sheet, by the way. Another clean sheet kept by Arsenal, meaning that now David Raya has gone ahead to keep the most number of clean sheets in the league. He's having 8. Has Liverpool conceded a goal today? Yeah, Liverpool has gone ahead to concede because Ivan Toney has gone ahead to score. So David Raya is the most clean sheet keeper in the Premier League. So it's really good that he's really up for the Golden Glove, because Alisson Becker and Onana are really having 7 clean sheets. So it's gonna go there, and let's wait and see how that pans out. Then we are having 34% ball possession by Burnley. Arsenal had 66%, huge lion share of it. 309 passes completed by Burnley, 596 passes completed by Arsenal, 73% passing accuracy and 86% passing accuracy. 11 fouls by Burnley and 8 fouls by Arsenal. 2 yellow cards by Burnley, 1 yellow card by Arsenal, 0 red cards to both sides, 5 offsides to Burnley and 1 offside to Arsenal, 4 corners to Burnley and 6 corners to Arsenal. So today, Arsenal is not going to hit to score a goal in a set piece, but all have been built up goals. But you can obviously talk about a penalty as a set piece. You know, I think it's a set piece in there for you, and that set play has been taken by Bukayo Saka, and it has gone ahead to count. But Arsenal have gone ahead to do very well. Now let's go to the Premier League table and see how things are really panning out, because teams like Spurs have gone ahead to be beaten. I think I should come back later when the game of Liverpool and Chelsea and Man City is done, and I'll tell you exactly how the other teams really went ahead to perform on the night. Liverpool, 25 games played, 57 points. Arsenal, 25 games played, and they're having 55 points. 2 points off Liverpool. Man City, 23 games played, they're having 52 points. If they win, they level with Arsenal, and if they score 5 goals against Chelsea, they'll find themselves in a position of really having the second spot. Aston Villa's gonna hate to beat Fulham by 2-1. Now they are back to the 4th position because Spurs is gonna hate to be beaten by Wolverhampton Wanderers by 2-1. Those who watched United Madison, I told you that Aston Villa and Spurs are not going to take the 4th spot. That 4th spot is for club of Man United. If Manchester United happens to win tomorrow, when they are playing against Luton Town, they go to 44 points, meaning that they'll be 5 points behind Aston Villa and 3 points behind Spurs. That is it. Remember, very soon Spurs and Aston Villa have to really play one another. And for me as a United fan, I'll prefer draw, such that if Spurs and Tottenham Hotspur draw, that means Aston Villa will be at 50 and Tottenham Hotspur will be at 48. Man United will be at 46. So that will mean United will be 4 points behind Aston Villa, and I think it's really going to be huge because Aston Villa has to play away at Man City, they have to play away at Arsenal, so they still have games to play that are really huge. Then Man United, 24 games played, 41 points. Newcastle has drawn with Bournemouth 2-2. West Ham has also drawn, they're having 36 points. So it shows you that the top 6 is really far off from the side of Newcastle. If Man United win tomorrow, they'll go to 44 points. Those will be 7 points of Newcastle, and that is really bad. So that's how everything is really panning out. That puts us to 13 games left to end the Premier League season. It's really gonna be a long one. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. I'm gonna address most of the points in the game of Manchester United, in the player ratings, because I had a lot to talk about, and you've seen I've gone ahead to address a lot. It's the 22-minute video. I don't want obviously extend myself to 30 minutes. I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. May the living God bless you abundantly. Rokani, David remains my name. I'm out. The Muslim is Barakallahu Fikum. I'm gonna return in a nick, or in a blink of an eye.